Today, Pennsylvanians across the Commonwealth have a once-in-a-generation opportunity to help restore and protect the lands you walk and the waters you wade. The creation of a statewide Clean Streams Fund. Throughout Pennsylvania, there are many boots on the ground working hard each and every day to restore and protect one of the state's most precious resources, the land and the water. County conservation districts, watershed groups, and land trusts, community organizations, farmers and residents dedicate their time, money, and energies towards making our communities more vibrant, our farms more productive, our streams richer with life, and our economy more robust. They know what to do. The science is clear, but they're limited in what they can do, as many lack the technical and financial assistance to do the work that they want to do, that they need to do. Pennsylvania's lands flow into over 85,500 miles of rivers and streams, and thousands of natural and man-made lakes, making Pennsylvania one of the most water-rich states in the nation. Unfortunately, according to scientific assessments by the Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection, Pennsylvania is home to 27,886 miles of rivers and streams that don't meet water quality standards because of pollution. That's about 33% of all rivers and streams in the state. The leading sources of this water pollution in Pennsylvania are certain agricultural activities that allow soils and nutrients to run off fields or allow livestock to deposit excrement directly into streams. These activities impair 6,447 miles across the state. 5,536 miles of streams are impacted by acid mine drainage from the legacy of coal mining. In these places, highly acidic discharges carrying with it toxic heavy metals cause death and disease to aquatic life. New and old development, which strips and compacts soils, removes trees and native vegetation, and covers it with impervious surfaces like roads, parking lots, and rooftops, sending thousands and thousands of gallons of polluted runoff and anything that hitches a ride to the nearest river and stream. Developed lands impair 5,533 miles of rivers and streams across the state. In fact, lined up end to end, those 27,886 miles of Pennsylvania's polluted streams are almost 3,000 miles longer than a trip around the circumference of the Earth. But there are rays of hope on the horizon. Right now, our state legislature is considering a proposal to establish the Pennsylvania Clean Streams Fund, a once-in-a-generation opportunity to support Pennsylvania's family farmers and communities across the state by investing $250 million of the state's remaining federal American Rescue Plan funding towards addressing the three major sources of stream impairment in the state. Senate Bill 832 and House Bill 1901 would do this by investing in six major ways. First and foremost, it would create a statewide program to help the 50,000 plus family farmers across the state to design and build practices that keep soils and nutrients on the land instead of in the water. Called the Agricultural Conservation Assistance Program, it would direct resources to county conservation districts and other partners to work with farmers to create tailored approaches that work best for the producer and the vision for the land. The Clean Streams Fund would also direct investments towards acid mine drainage treatment by investing in things that neutralize acidic discharges and runoff from abandoned mine land. It would help restore the ongoing impacts of the legacy of coal mining across the state. It would also support municipal efforts to reduce nuisance flooding and polluted stormwater runoff through investing in things like specially designed rain gardens and other types of green infrastructure that harness the power of plants to reduce and treat polluted runoff. The Clean Streams Fund would also direct funding towards a statewide pay-for-performance model for conservation. Such models have been used globally to support public health and are now being touted to spur innovation and attract private investments in conservation. These types of programs have one thing in common: they invest in outcomes instead of actions. In addition to ACAP, the Clean Streams Fund would invest in helping farmers develop and implement plans to manage manure and chemical fertilizer applications on their lands. This can include things like relatively low-tech practices like composting, to the more complex methods like anaerobic digesters and precision-based manure injecting technologies, and even biochar facilities. And as we like to say, clean water grows on trees, and that includes in our urban and suburban areas. The Clean Streams Fund would invest in the Pennsylvania Department of Conservation and Natural Resources' existing Tree Vitalized program, which supports street tree plantings and preservation across the state. It would also invest in the Multifunctional Forested Riparian Buffer program, which works with landowners to plant trees that have valuable and even marketable products like nuts, fruits, and berries. Unfortunately, the fate of the Clean Streams Fund is very much uncertain. There are small but vocal voices which do not believe investing in efforts to protect and restore Pennsylvania's land and water for the benefit of our family farmers and our communities is necessary. The only way the Clean Streams Fund and all the benefits that it would bring becomes a reality is if your state legislators hear from you. So what can you do to help? Well, there are 4 things you can do right now. 1, make your voice heard. Help spread the word about the Clean Streams Fund by submitting a personalized letter to the editor to your local community newspaper and other media outlets. Even though we live in a day and age where our news sources come from 1,000 different places, decision makers still pay attention to their local paper and what people are saying. 2, contact your local state legislator directly. A postcard, letter, or even a phone call is all that it takes. 3rd, help us get the word out by sharing our materials. If you belong to a civic organization, outdoor club, or any type of group or gathering, we can give you materials to share with your leadership and members. We'd also be happy to give a short presentation about the Clean Streams Fund as well, or even help you give one. And 4th, you can fill out and share our action alert. Your message will go directly to your state legislators. So let's give back to the lands you walk and the waters you wade. Help leave a lasting legacy of clean water and healthy lands. Please join us in helping make the Clean Streams Fund and ACAP a reality in Pennsylvania.